Greetings to everyone in the collegiate community. We did it. We finished strong, and it took each and every one of you to make sure that the hearts and minds in our learning community were given everything that they needed to continue in their learning journeys. I could not be more proud and more grateful of the ways in which each and every one of you pulled together on behalf of our school and the children for whom we are so grateful to have had in front of us and with us this entire school year.
I am amazed at what we have done, what teachers have been able to do, to not skip a beat in a worldwide pandemic, and all this learning has still happened. I just think it's amazing.
During the quarantine, I came across a piece of poetry by William Butler Yeats. I'd like to read just a couple lines. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. That felt like last spring, and I went into this year thinking it's gonna go on feeling like that, like mere anarchy, like the world's out of control. And amazingly, it hasn't felt that way.
The thing that surprised me most about this year was, from a student life perspective, I think how normal the experience was. The kids were here with their friends, learning in person. They had recess, they had their classes, they had their times that they could be social with their friends. They had athletics, they had the arts. There was so much that I think really was sort of normal, because the planning and the work and the foresight that went into making last spring and this year a reality and in person this year was just incredible.
This school year reminds me of this Escher artwork, that talks about, it's called Relativity, and it's about going in different directions, and it reminds me of how we've been going up and down and around, and we're not quite sure like when we're gonna get to where we wanna go.
I am so surprised at the way the children have adapted to mask wearing. I really did not think little 4- and 5-year-olds were going to be able to keep a mask on, but they did it.
I love that the students were all in this year. They were willing to work with teachers as they tried different things, and we took risks in classrooms, and so we tried our best to work within the masking and the social distancing rules. They were willing to jump in and meet the lesson where it was, and that made teaching just so rewarding this year.
The curiosity came out. I gave them more time to think and ponder about stuff, so the idea that they could wonder what the world could be in a few years or in a few months, that those conversations were more meaningful for me this year, because we were living in a different world than we had in the past.
So much of what we do has to do with adapting and making mistakes and pivoting and taking risks and being open to the new thing.
I think that bringing together of people in different pathways and in different ways in a shared experience that was difficult really was the biggest silver lining, but also created those pop-up moments for me that I had not anticipated.
I think this year I learned more than ever to trust my colleagues. There's so many wonderful people working here, and we really had to lean on each other.
The support and the trust and the grace that we receive from the parents. The parents have been phenomenal, and I think even from far away, I could feel their support, I could feel their love. The emails, the cards, the letters, all of those things were just little things that you could just tuck in your heart for, those really tough days.
I think if there's one thing that I did differently this year that I'm going to keep doing, it's going to be being outside with the students as much as I can. I know so many of us have really enjoyed the outdoor spaces.
Maybe the biggest surprise is masks don't ruin classrooms, at least in my experience, and that there's still a lot of humor and there's a lot of connection.
I think the advantages of a lot of the technology we were forced to use will continue to be things that we build on. You can't replace the in-person experience, and so finding a blend between what we like about the technology that's now become ubiquitous in our day-to-day and what we really value and prioritize about being able to interact with people.
I mean, to be at school teaching all year has been a tremendous blessing. I've realized how much joy I get out of this job and out of this profession, and I hope that as we move forward into a normal year, we never take for granted what we get to do and the love that we get to see every day, students being able to come here and learn, become learners, develop friendships. It's just such an amazing job and amazing environment, so never taking it for granted. That's what I want to take forward.
On behalf of all the teachers, the administrators, the faculty and staff, the security team, the custodians, counselors, everybody has been dedicated to making this school year the best that it can be.
I just felt really rewarded each day by the commitment of the students, the commitment of the administration, the commitment of the faculty. It was just in many ways was one of the best years we've ever had.
I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of my colleagues, and I thought it was a great year.
The students really drive everything we do, and so they were the ones who made this work. You know, we can put all the rules and policies we want into, but the students make it work, and I think that's they deserve a lot of the credit for that too.
It was neat to see that school isn't about the routines and what we think it should be. It's about being together and learning and growing and trusting each other and loving each other.
Thank you.
We did it!
We did it.
We did it!
We did it!
我们做到了
We did it!
We did it!
We did it!
We did it!
We did it! We did it!
Thank you very much for everything that everybody has done to make this year successful. Thank you very much.
Just a big thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for believing in Collegiate and helping us in all the ways that people have. We appreciate it so much.
We did it!
We did it!
We did it, Collegiate. We did it.
Have a great summer. You deserve it.
I look forward to seeing you in the fall. And to those who are moving on to new learning communities, we wish you the very best. But remember, you're a Cougar forever, and we're here cheering you on. Be well, and once again, great job. We thank you. See you soon.